Hi guys, Mike Reviews It All here. I want to break down today the fight between Francis Ngannou and Alistair Overeem at UFC 218 coming up this Saturday, December 2nd. It's a really interesting fight. Francis Ngannou is 10-1. He's obviously got vicious power. He's young. He's like 28. He's just entering his prime. He's not even quite probably reached his physical prime or right at about his physical prime, but he is learning so much so fast. This guy could be the future of the heavyweight division, him and Stipe Miocic. He's coming up against a guy that, of course, is probably the greatest MMA fighter to come over from another striking sport. And that's Alistair Overeem, former K1 kickboxing Grand Prix world champion, former Dream champion, former Strike Force champion. The only thing he hasn't done yet is win the UFC title. He's gotten knocked out a lot of times. A lot of people don't realize, for I think 15 losses, he's been knocked out like 11 times. And I mean, after the knockout from Travis Brown, I think he got really serious about changing his style. He started studying with Winkleman. They came up with a much better game plan against Fabricio Verdum. He looked very impressive in that, and that's why he's the #1 contender. If he beats Ngannou, I think he's probably got a title shot. He's the #1 contender. The heavyweight division right now is in a little bit of turmoil. You have very few good guys coming up. You got Ngannou. It's basically the only main young stud besides Stipe, who's the champion. Roy Nelson, of course, is gone. Czech Congo is gone. A lot of these other guys are gone, or they're just not what they used to be. Mark Hunt is getting really old. He can't have much left in him. Alistair Overeem, he's starting to get to that age, but he's been doing a lot better job working on game plans, and I would like to see Ngannou win this and get into the title picture, just because I would like to see the heavyweight division progress beyond what it is right now. And who knows what's going on with Cain Velasquez. He's had so many injuries. I know he's, still relatively young, but he's just injury ridden. And then Junior Dos Santos, I don't know how many people have mentioned it or if this has anything to do with it, but he has just not looked like the same fighter since the USADA training. So that brings up a lot of questions. Brock Lesnar, he's basically out of the UFC. It looked like maybe he was going to fight John Jones because that would have been a big money fight. But he's getting older. He's doing his WWE things. I think he's probably done there. I would have loved to see John Jones in the heavyweight division, but I'm pretty much writing off Jones for now after, the speech again after the Daniel Cormier fight, and that he cried, and the supposed heartfelt speech and apology and, all sins are forgiven kind of thing. And then he gets popped again for PEDs. Screw you. I'm done with you right now. But, we need to rebuild this heavyweight division. Francis Ngannou is a monster. I hope for that reason kind of that he can take Alistair Overeem out. But Overeem, he is a beast. He's very much a beast. And Ngannou's gonna have to not blow out all his energy early, and he's young, and he's very inexperienced compared to Alistair Overeem. He's got a tremendous amount of natural talent. He's learning very quickly. So anything can happen in this fight. I want Francis to win. I think maybe I lean towards Alistair if I were going to bet on it a little bit, but I think this is going to be a really close fight that can go either way. I'm really excited about the co-main event as much or more than the main event, the Max Holloway-Jose Aldo fight. You guys can check out the preview I did on that. And, of course, this and a great card. Check out this card on Saturday, December 2nd. It's one of the top cards of the year. I think it's one of the very few cards in the last few years that have been worthy of paying that $50 for the pay-per-view. And I think this is. I think this is a great card. And I think this would be one of those good fights to, invite your 10, 15 friends over, most of them that are casual MMA fans. And I think you're going to have a good night. So tell me what you think down in the comments. Give me a like and subscribe. And enjoy the fights, guys. Have a great week.